Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the London Monarchs.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Where's that? Block 52. 52's the mic. Stop your whining. Check 9, check 9.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, let's get 7. Waiting. Check 3, check 3, check 3. No 6-6. Bullet high.
They'll run now with Dillon. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. He will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. After the penalty, it's Jones. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And they try to sweep to Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Sign. 52, Mike, 52.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Six guard. Check six guard.
Lady.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike, 53. Watch the out.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Cannon Balaj. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready. 53 is the mic. I got it. Check safety.
On first down, Hubbard, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
it. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
55, back 55. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, touch.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Haskins on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time. Now Balaj. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second down, Haskins. They'll let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come out here in the eye. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken at his 4.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space, down just beyond the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Like 22, he's coming. Wahoo!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And incomplete, almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another London first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. On play action, Haskins lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
They're running it. Like 22, like 1. I got you. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Darnold on first down. It's complete to Chris Conley. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Like 22, he's coming. 22, bravo. You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go. Like 22, like 22.
On first down, it's Darnold. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To the air again, Darnold. Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
New York.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Hey, over. Let's go. You tighten up. Mike 22. Mike 22. Get ready. Get ready.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
The 6-yard line.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Mike 22. Mike 22. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Mike 22.
Again, Darnold. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning away. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From midfield now, Haskins. This is caught by Williams. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Haskins on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll go again to Jones. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go, son. 22. Hey, watch the leg.
Third and 2, Darnold. And able to find Conley. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
It's our time. Hey, son.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, Hubbard. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw. And that is incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Jets.
Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
That's got to be a long, lady. Like 22, he's coming. Hey, dude.
Darnold now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Faking the give, Darnold. Open man is Samuel, complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Like 22, Mike 26.
Here's Darnold. His throw incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. 3rd down here. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, exit. 52, 52. There we go.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Check three. Alert three.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I know he ain't got it. Shift.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's checking. Let's box.
On first down, it's Hubbard. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Show
at the 36-yard line.
Check 13. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check 52.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Got it. 53 is the mark. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Out. Anyway, 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine.
Haskins to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Switch the outlaw. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Switch, Mike. Left. Check 31. Check 31. Hey, watch this. Watch this. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the home team here, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.